Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. Why I'm supporting Donald Trump for 2020. You see I got my MAGA hat on. I paid $29.99 for this hat because I had to find out what was the hubbub about all these people getting jumped and harassed and attacked and all this kind of stuff. Something that hasn't happened to me, but who knows? It's been a weird year. I'm gonna stay safe out here in these streets. But I want to do a short video. Or as short as a video I can make about why I'm supporting Donald Trump for 2020. Now, as you guys all know, if you've been on my channel long enough, I didn't vote for Donald Trump in 2016. I voted third party because I sure as hell was not voting for Hillary. I got more brains than that. not to really offend those who did vote for Hillary, but hopefully you learned your lesson this time around. But I turn my lights out. There you go. I had a few reasons. The first reason for why I'm voting for Donald Trump is that when he won, the left showed how ugly they truly are. The mask has not only slipped, it has fallen off and it's in the trash. And it's funny I'm talking about masks. I just did a video about masks. They have shown how much they truly hate this country. They've shown how much they truly hate their fellow Americans. And it's not. And there's a quote by Donald Trump where he's saying, they're not after me, they're after you. I'm just in the way, and he's absolutely correct. They do not like. They don't like this place. They don't like their home. They don't like the country that made them who they are. Which I guess it didn't make them ugly. I don't think it did that, but they don't like the country that actually made them, made them alive. And the best way I can describe it, and we see the tentacles of the left in so many different areas. It's in our government, in our entertainment, in our sports, work. Where else? It's in food. It's in all these things that we never thought it would be. There's that rot. There's that corrosion. I look at Donald Trump winning the presidency as if you had a metal surface in front of you that was painted and you stripped all the paint off. And Donald Trump is the paint stripper, and him being there showed the corrosion, showed all the pitting, showed the uneven surfaces, showed the Bondo, all that crap that's underneath the surface, and how how bad the situation is, but how it can be fixed. All this stuff can be fixed. We shouldn't just rely on him to do it. We should be doing all we can ourselves to try to fix this mess that we're in. Because I have hope for the future. I have hope that things will be better in the long run. That's all I can have. I'm not the type that's going to be. I'm not a doomer. I'm not going to be. Even though I'm a prepper, I'm not a doomer. I'm not going to be in despair. I'm not in despair. I'm not pessimistic. I'm very optimistic. I'm very hopeful about where the country could be if we do our part. So yeah, him winning the presidency and exposing the left for how ugly they truly are, even our own families, has been a big plus for me. I remember the video the night after they announced that he won. I was saying that I was like, holy shit, he actually won. Holy shit, people online must be losing their minds, and I was right. All these people were saying they're literally shaking and just full of hysteria, and that hysteria has turned ugly, and even with all these riots, these riots, they don't bother me. Not because I can take care of myself, but because it actually shows what is actually here in this nation. They're giving their position away. That's how I like this. That's how I like to look at it. Yuri Bezmenov was right, showing what we had in our country, how deep the rot goes, and what we had to do to fix it. So that's the number one reason why I'm voting for him for 2020. The second reason why I'm voting for him in 2020, the guy is a dick. Now, when I say that as someone who, I myself am a dick, in the sense that we're not afraid to stand up for ourselves. We're not afraid to tell it like it is. We're not afraid to be as honest as we can be. And a lot of people don't like him for that. They don't like the fact that he actually stand up for himself. They don't like the fact that he stands up to our quote-unquote allies, who are supposed to have our back, but instead they're taking advantage of us by not paying what they owe for the defense that we're giving their country. A lot of people were mad. They were mad at Donald Trump for how he's mistreating our allies. What if something bad happens? They need us more than we need them, quite frankly. Because if we're providing for their defense, really they're piggybacking off of what we can do for them. And we actually can do more. We can do better for ourselves. We're just doing them a favor. Albeit we do get strategic sites in the exchange. They can pay us what they owe. Instead of just counting on us to do everything and not expect to put into the pot. And then when they're saying that he's coaching other dictators, Trump. First of all, Trump's the worst fascist I think I've ever seen in my life. If I ever seen, if I can say what I've seen around me was fascism, he's terrible at it. You got all these people who are freely online talking shit about him, freely saying all these nasty things about him, about his supporters, about his family. They're protesting, burning effigies. They're doing all this crazy stuff. Mock executions, Orange Man bad, all this. If he was truly a fascist dictator, you wouldn't hear a peep. You'd hear a mouse pissing on cotton from the people who really hate his guts, because they would not be open about it, not without risk of what would happen, like if they were in Russia or in China. They would just disappear. They'd be in a gulag in Siberia somewhere, or they'd be in a work camp like the Uyghurs, and they're getting their organs harvested, stuff like that. I think the reason why he's kind of nice with on the nice side with dictators, because he exemplifies strength. He displays strength. He displays, fuck with me and find out. And that's good. You want a leader who has that, because it shows that he's not someone who's just going to let people steamroll over him, which will in turn steamroll over the country. If you have you have a figurehead who is actually crazy. I hate to say it, but someone who's actually crazy and not afraid of anybody, not afraid of stomping down someone else. People who understand strength, they will respect that. They see this guy is insane, he's nuts, and I'd love to have him over for dinner, because he is a worthy opponent. Should things ever come to that. But because he's crazy, we won't let it get to that. We're gonna try to be nice to this guy. We're gonna try to do what we can to, work with him. But that's all you can do. You're gonna make enemies with someone who could actually crush you. Why? You're trying to work with them. And Trump has shown himself to be someone that you can work with. Not someone you can get over, but someone who you can actually make wheel and deal with. And that's good. That shows that we're not going to no one is just going to try to stomp all over us. And we're not going to be the little nerdy kid with the glasses getting stuffed in the locker by the jock. we're going to be the outcast greaser who's willing to go toe to toe with the jock, until they actually become somewhat friends, or at least good acquaintances. I guess maybe I'll think about myself from high school. Who knows? Yeah. That's showing strength, showing masculinity, showing showing nerve, showing how big of a dick you can be to all these people out, to all these pussies and assholes out there. Shout out to Trey Parker and Matt Stone for that example. Showing that you have the guts to stand up for yourself is great, because that means you'll stand up for the country in return. Another thing that I like about him, the tax cuts. I think it's good that people are able to keep more and more of their own property. Why are these people out here cheerleading for the IRS? Why do they not like the fact that they can actually get more of their own money? Do they not like the fact that other people are keeping more of their own property? What? And going back to even about his tax returns, I personally don't care about Trump's tax returns. I don't. If he found a way to keep more of his own money, good for him. Should we be trying to figure out what his playbook is? Or should we try to figure out what can we write off so we keep more of our money during tax time? Instead, you got people out there bitching and moaning about, he didn't show his tax returns. He didn't pay enough in taxes. Get off his nuts. He kept more of his wealth. In fact, he actually, if anything, if my memory serves me right, he paid more than he needed to. He didn't have to pay a whole lot, but he chose to give more than he had to. But in return, he worked to keep more of his wealth. Why aren't we trying to do the same thing? Why are we trying to cheerlead for the IRS? You think they care about you? No, they really don't. So don't cheerlead for them. Actually, celebrate the fact that someone is working to keep more of their property. So let's learn how to do the same. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. Isn't he taking advantage of all the write-offs that were created by the previous by previous Congress? When they made up the tax code, to get mad at them. Don't get mad at him. Shoot. Cheerleading for, these people are cheerleading for tax collectors. I can't believe it. Another thing the reason why I'm voting for him for 2020, the memes that we've got the memes that we've gotten since he's been president are just astronomical. They're funny. They're hilarious. They're just perfect. All the Orange Man bad jokes, all the NPC memes. All these jokes, and the great thing about memes is that they're very informative to people who don't know much about about the subject matter. They convey the message perfectly. As long as you're up to date on pop culture, you can understand a lot of these memes. And they've shown where he stands on many positions. They inform people who don't know, they inform the uninformed. And another thing, these memes, these great memes, they show that the left can't meme. Because at least the memes that the right makes are backed by humor. The memes that the left makes is backed by hate. It's backed by just vitriol. I saw one meme, and it was like this guy. It was on Facebook. It was like a dog, like a 4-panel meme. This guy was showing off a dog to someone and said, he's an attack dog. He's not very vicious, but he can hurt you in many ways. And he had the dog saying, basically talking down about libertarianism and just talking ill about about wanting to keep your own wealth and how being selfish, and made the guy cry. So that meme not funny. That meme sucks. That meme came out of a position of hate. I understand Clayton Bigsby said, you gotta hate your heart, let it out. But come on, man, you gotta come up with some better stuff than that. The left really can't meme. The right can meme. They make great memes. They make the best memes. You never find any better memes than the ones the right makes. They've really conveyed a message about where the country is going, about where the country stands, about certain positions, about particular topics that people may be unsure of. They're educational. They're funny, and a lot of great memes have come out of the Trump presidency. And if I can think of one more thing to mention about why I vote for him in 2020, I think it's because he seems to be the only person who is capable of carrying us out of this mess that we're in. Biden, really? Why? I think the main reason why people wanting to vote for Joe Biden, who have already voted for him, like that they voted early, because they hate Donald Trump. That's no reason to vote for somebody because you hate the other guy. No, vote for someone who actually, if you actually understand their policies and see them being an actual benefit to yourself and to the nation. Don't vote for someone because you absolutely just hate the other guy. And, and I think a lot of people are going to regret their vote when you see all this stuff about Biden and especially his son is coming out in the news. Man, we're only a few weeks away from the election, and so much crap has come out now Biden's put a lid on his campaign. And I think Obama is campaigning for him. His campaign is a true dumpster fire. When people say 2020 is dumpster fire, no. Joe Biden's campaign is a true dumpster fire. Kamala Harris and she's along for that ride, So, yeah, I see Donald Trump, and I see Trump and Pence being the ones who actually help lead this country into a better position out of all the madness that's gone on this year. Biden can't do it. I could have said the same thing for Jo Jorgensen, but then she started talking that mess about. She started, being in support of BLM, and I'm not down with Marxism. I'm not playing that game. So I gotta count her out. He's I'm gonna include one more thing. He calls out Antifa. He calls out Antifa. He calls out BLM. He calls them out as the Marxists that they are. He's not afraid to do it. He took heat for doing that. Antifa's not a real thing. Antifa's idea. Oh, bullshit. then I guess in that case, white supremacy is an idea, not a real thing. At least to me, it is. I don't believe white supremacy is. I don't believe it. I really don't believe it's a threat that many people make it out to be. You know, maybe because I don't see myself as a victim, 24/7. I actually enjoy standing on my own. But hey, those are my points. Please tell me what you think. Was I correct on certain things, incorrect on others? Do you support what I say? Are you support for Donald Trump winning for 2020? Are you against it? Please share your thoughts. This is still a free speech zone. As long as you're not spamming my comment section, we're all good. Please share your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. If you want to donate to the channel, look for the Give Up That Cheese button in my homepage for YouTube. And go to PayPal, donate any amount you would like, even if it's share your 2 cents in the comment section. that's one of the best donations you can give. But still, that green does help every now and then. Any gripes, complaints, see me up here and see what I can do to address them. But that's my video. Why I'm supporting Trump for 2020. I'm Edward Jones. Be safe out there. Take care. God bless. MAGA bitches.